Africa has recorded significant decline in forest cover at a rate of 2.8 million hectares per year from 2010 to 2015. The continent is projected to have 2.5 billion people by 2050 and 4.4 billion by 2100. It means Africa would need more space to accommodate growing populations and temptations to cut down trees. It is critical to note the level of Ghana's forest degradation is the highest in the world after Togo and Nigeria. Currently, it is at 3.5% per annum. Francis Wilson is the Senior Research Officer at the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research Forest Research Institute.
Well, it used to be 2% per annum, and now it's beyond that, about 3.5%. If you have policies and then you implement them, then in that case, you in effect achieving your aim. But in a situation where some documents are developed and then they don't do the proper monitoring, to help especially Ghanaians or stakeholders involved, then the problem continues to persist.
Are we foreseeing the continuous depletion of the forest if these policies are not well implemented and monitored?
Yes, for the implementation, if they are not implemented and then monitored, yes, it will continue.
Efforts have been made to conserve forests and to reforestate degraded land. For instance, stakeholders in forestry have had dialogue on better practices such as policy formulation and implementation. Concession-owning timber contractors are required to respect their social responsibility agreement with communities in which they operate. In the Western region, for example, over 200,000 Ghana cedis have been paid to 4 communities in the Awin and Boyne community resource management areas. Justice Eshon is the forest coordinator at Zamatex Timber
and Plywood Company Limited. And we were here to present to the communities our SRA for 2017 and half of 2018. The SRA is 5% on stampage. It's a statutory payment that we make to communities close, the French communities close to the forest reserve. And they also have a responsibility, as we pay, they also have the responsibility to protect the forest because they are closer, and if there's any eventuality, they are the first to know and the first to act.
It is to enhance community engagement, natural forests and agroforest landscapes. Mark Edu is the district forest manager.
4 forest reserves: Boitano, Tano Numre, Tano Anya, and Boyne River Forest Reserves. And we have communities along all these forest reserves. So the money, when paid, goes to the communities. Though they pay it to the forest reserve accounts, the communities will elect leaders who will sit down and share the money according to their own purpose.
I am Hefododu. I will call myself the immediate past coordinator for the forest French communities. Actually, we initiated the whole thing. We started the advocacy for SRA implementation, and it got to a point that they started the payments. Since the inception of the SRA, we've benefited in so many ways. For instance, in most of the communities in the Tanoanya area, we've been able to do most of the self-help projects.
Environmental issues are beginning to take center stage more in global economy and trade policies. Sustainable forest management is highly recommended to secure an uninterrupted supply of forest products and services. African forestry stakeholders should initiate and implement promotion of agroforestry practices, increase area under plantation, and improve effectiveness of production. A report by Mahmud Mohammed-Nurudeen.